Okay. So whenever I'm done with it and I put it in a chat that the recording and the notes are here, you have to go in here and then check it out, okay? So this is the master document. Everything I'm putting in here. This document is I'm publishing over here. So from the beginning of the class, everything is here, and this one is just the split up, okay? So check it out each time you're practicing it, or if you really need some help there. Okay, so last week we kind of kicked off, and then we are comfortably logged in, and then we're ready to roll. So we went over root. What is root administrator? Root folder is administrator working directory, and /root is the uppermost directory, okay? All right, good. Okay, so today...
one question before we go further. What was the reason you put this picture upside down? Just curious.
Because this is the root here. So imagine this like a tree.
Right.
So if there is no roots, then there is no tree that I know of. What do you think?
So if we have the upside down, the routine with the regular way, how that is different than this one?
I'm just making it visual here. So imagine this /root. If the root is gone, nothing else is there.
Got it.
So that's why I put it upside down, because this is where on the bottom, all the way on the bottom, this is where everything is in there. If the /root is gone, and there is no tree. Okay? All right. So today we're gonna work on run levels. Okay? So in Linux operating system, there are 7 run levels, okay? Okay. So what happens here is Linux operating system is defined on run levels. Okay, the very first run level is, they have total of 7 run levels, okay? The very first one is run level 0. Okay, so what is run level 0? Run level 0 is in a shutdown mode. Okay, so in this mode, okay, when the system is in shutdown mode, that means it's power off. Okay, shutdown or /power off. Okay, and then the command to shut it down is init 0, INIT 0. So in the CLI, if you type init 0, what will happen is the system will go down. I'll show you how. Init space 0, then you hit enter. What will happen is a command is sent to the system to shut the system down. So what will happen is system is shutting down for you. Okay, so why you need to push type init 0 instead of just pushing the power button? Because what will happen is it will slowly disconnect all the connections it has. slowly remove it from itself from the memory, and it will go down graceful. So init 0 is it will shut down to fill. Okay, so you should always use init 0. Okay? Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the system back up, and then we'll have other commands running. So I'm going to bring it back up. Okay, so the second command is, it's called a single user mode. Okay, so what is single user mode? Why do we have a single user mode? This is for troubleshooting. Okay, and what kind of troubleshooting you have? You could do system boot up problems. Consider this as a safe mode in Windows. Okay, I'm pretty sure some of you knows what I'm talking about, safe mode in Windows. So this is what is you could relate to. Init 1 is single user mode is something you could compare to Windows here. And then password issue. And once you boot into this mode, what will happen is it will boot automatically into root user. It won't ask for the password.
So when you say the password issue, does it mean the root password issue or the user password issue? What does that mean, password issue?
Mostly root password issue. Very good. If as a root you have lost the password, what you could do is you could boot into single user mode and then put in the new password here. Okay.
Thank you.
And then in this mode, you could use other troubleshooting. And there is no networking available in this mode, okay? So if you are in this mode, you probably have to be physically in front of the machine, okay? No other users can connect to the server, to the host. So let me log in as a root here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do init 1. Init 1. What will happen is it will switch to single user mode, okay? So it's kind of doing a soft restart. Okay, see, did you see it's automatically logged in as root here? But let me see if I could try to connect here. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to connect to the IP address, and it won't be able to connect because there is no networking available. Even if I type if config, there is nothing in there. So let me clear it. And okay, this is expected. So what I'm going to do is let me shut it down the system again and then boot it up into single user mode, okay? Okay, you all remember this, right? We went in here and changed the system to number 3. So this is what it was. It's number 3 is one of the 7 run levels. Okay, so I'm going to go into edit. I'm going to select the second one. And instead of 3, I'm going to put 1 here. Okay, and I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to boot. Notice now that the system is going to automatically log you in as root. There you go. It didn't even ask me for the password, okay? So that means that if you are able to do this, that means that you are one of the authorized person to be able to go into a data center and be in front of a system and be able to log in. Okay, so there is no networking here. Okay, this is just a loop back here, so ignore this. So I cannot ping outside. And this is where you come in mostly for troubleshooting. Okay, we're going to go in there a lot more throughout the class. All right, so let's move on. The or the third one we have is number 2 is multi-user mode. Then multi-user mode with NFS, without NFS. Okay, so what is multi-user mode? Multi-user mode is there is a networking available, so people could connect, but the network file system is not available. Okay. Okay, and what else? So let me just go into, so the command is init. The command to go in this mode is init2. INIT2. Okay, let me do this. INIT2. Okay, now it's in multi-user mode. So it's going to ask for the password here. Now we are able to connect to Profile.
So you can also troubleshoot in this Unit 2 also, right? If you need to troubleshoot anything, you can do the same thing that you can do with Unit 1 or Unit 0. No, Unit 1.
Mostly troubleshooting is done in Unit 1, and then if there is some kind of troubleshooting you could do. If there is some issue going on, if somebody is hacking into your system, you could put the system into run level 2, because what will happen is that the user will at least be able to use it, but if they won't be able to have access to the network file system. Like if you, for example, when you have this computer here for me, I have these files here. And then these ones are remotely connected. These are all sitting on a different computer, okay? So if I'm on the run level 2, then I won't have access to these. Okay? So I should. So let me restart it again. Okay. So in this mode, I am able to connect. If I am able to connect from the PuTTY, that means the network connection is there, okay? Okay, good. Now the fourth one is 3, run level 3. All these things are called run levels, okay? So what is this? This is multi-user mode. With NFS. So this is the default mode, and this is where the admin is going to be working in. So who else could be working in this mode here? Example would be database, DB team, as other admins. Anybody who are the regular users. And network file system will be available. And what is the command? Init 3. Okay, so let's move on to number 5. Number 5 is 4. Okay, so this mode is undefined. Okay, number 4 is there, but nobody is using it. If you are having a custom system, or if you are having your own operating system release, you could use this. But nobody is using it. Okay, so number 6 is number 5. And then what is number 5? Number 5 is GUI mode. Okay. Graphical. And you will have and this can be used by some. This mode will be used by some web development team. And also NFS is available. So basically number 5, everything is turned on here. Everything what we have in number 3 plus graphical user mode.
So if you want to use the graphical mode, you can use this. You can run this one and do the mouse clicking.
And the command is init 5. So here is a black screen, right? Let me type init 5 here and then see what happens. Okay, the system goes into soft reboot, and then it should come up into the graphical user mode. The very first window when you guys got this. Okay. So when you type this in, it will switch to graphical user mode. So there are only few users who may be using this. But as an admin, you never go in there. You always connect with PuTTY, and then at the same time, you'll still be able to work in the PuTTY here. Okay. Okay. So let me switch back to run level 3. So all I have to do is type init 3 and then hit enter, and it's going to switch back to init 3. Okay, we'll just it's going to do it on its own. So the last one run level we have is 6. Okay, so run level 6 is reboot. Okay. And then if you run into problems on a real system on your work, don't be just rebooting the system, because it is very critical that it could be running some database or some important things. Or if it's a production box, then it could be losing money if you simply just restart. If you find some problem in here, what you have to do is you have to open a change request and send that email to all the stakeholders that who are working on the system. So what you have to do is you have to get an approval from the application team or anybody who is responsible for this to reboot the system. Okay.
But if there are some production issues already going on, they still need to do all this formality because it might take some time. And
no matter what's happening, if they're losing money or whatever, you have to get approval.
Got it.
24/7 operations, right? Somebody is watching something, so somebody is available. Like for me, I am on call this week here. Out of 1 month, 1 week I'm on call, okay? I didn't get any calls all this week, but if there is some issue, important issue, I'll get the call and I'll work on the system here and say, okay, I worked on it now.
Got it. No.
Yeah, I need to restart it, but I'm not going to restart on my own because you are not the only person have some stake in this reboot. You have to send an email or open whatever system you have. Open the change request. Usually it's called change request, CR. You have to open a change request, then it will go through all the approvals. Once it's approved, then you could reboot. Most of the time what will happen is, for example, the application team, what they will do is they will stop their application. And if there is a storage team, they will disconnect the storage. And then if there is anybody else, they all get to see what is happening, and then they will gracefully stop their systems before you restart the system, your own Linux box. Okay? Okay, and then change request. Okay, so when the system is rebooted, it will go into its default run level. Okay. Okay. So far we have seen 7 run levels here, starting with 0, ending with 6. And then run level 1, this is most useful for troubleshooting password issues and other troubleshooting you need to do. So you go in there. Multi-user mode, I barely use this, but it's there. And multi-user mode with NFS run level 3, I'm in there all the time. This is the default for most of us. Okay, and run level 4, nobody knows what it is, so it's left alone. Number 5 is GUI mode, okay? And number 7 is reboot. Run level, somebody will trick you in the interview. Okay, what is run level 7? Okay, don't get confused. Run level 7 is reboot. Okay, system is reboot. And how do you check the run level of the system? Okay. Okay, so if you want to check the run level, you just type run level. Okay. So I think it's, okay, this will show you the current run level, and then this is the default run level, okay? So let me do init 3 again. So this is the command.
When I tapped on my party, I see the N as Nancy and 3. I didn't see the 5, 3, or some other number. I have 1 as N as Nancy and 3.
Okay. So you're probably in the default one here. You didn't try to change to 5 or 6, anything like that, right?
No, I didn't change anything. I was first time when we last event set it up.
Yeah,
I didn't change it.
the default one. When it comes up here, if you're not into any of the other mode, right now my system is stuck into 5 also. And this is the default one, run level 3. But if you want to be certain, you type who-r, and it will tell you the run level, and the last run level it was in 3. So let me just restart here.
I was wondering that N stands for anything. When I run the who dash r, it tells me run level 3 and the date comes the date and time.
What about the last one?
There is no last one because first time when we set it up last time,
Okay.
we changed it to 3 and then I have N and 3 and 3.
Okay, last is the last time since the system was rebooted. That's what it means.
Okay, I never change it. So
Okay, yeah.
from the first date till now I'm seeing N and 3.
Yeah. You're good there.
Thank you.
Okay. This is what it should be most of the time. And if you type who-r, so this is the run level default here. So it's not going to show you, it will show you last. So since the system,
That's what it is.
it doesn't keep a track of last, okay?
Yeah. What is this N stand for? Anything or just there? N3
Stands for
yeah.
none.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay, and then 3. So if we go back into some other mode and come back, it will probably say 4 or 5 because it was saying 5, and we went back to 3 again.
Jazakallah.
So let's go into run level. Let's go into init 2 and hit enter. So system is going to do this. But let's say what is the run level going to say. Okay, so the previous one was 3 and then the current one is 2. And if you type who-r, so current run level is 2 and the previous one is 3. And then let's do init 3 again. So let me clear this and type who-r. So last one was 2 and then it's running 3. And then if I type run level, the previous one was 2 and then the current was 3. Okay, did it make sense? Okay. And where do you set the default run level? Can somebody take a wild guess where can you set the default run level? So we have done this here. So if you go up, I'm showing this officially now. That was when we did this here previously, it was unofficial, changing the run level. Okay, so we changed it here, right? The run level. So what is the file we need to edit? We need to edit this file here. Come on. This file here. etc init tab is the file name. So If you go down here, you see the run level is set to 3. Okay, so you have options here, 0 to 6. You could set up whatever the run level you have. So what is the default run level? When the system reboots, it's going to read this file and then it's going to throw that system into this run level here. Okay. If it originally when you install the operating system, it's set to 5 X Windows, right? X11 is called GUI mode also. Okay, I forgot to tell you. Okay, GUI mode in X11 Windows mode is nothing but a run level 5 Windows mode.
Is anybody talking? I can hear anything.
No, I'm not talking yet.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm not lost.
No, you're not lost. You're doing really good. I want everybody else to say something. If you have chance, say something or put it in a chat if you're shy. Okay, so here are the instructions here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to, okay, so I'm going to, okay, anything, I think these are going to be interview questions. I'm going to put this as, somebody tell me what color you want. I want to be here like,
Light green, I think.
this one?
Yes.
Green or red?
I won't go with the red. It is just too bright for your eyes and
Yeah.
you look at danger sign.
Yeah, red one, I'm going to put it, yeah, red one makes sense because it's kind of alerting you, but let's put it as green here, okay? And I'm going to insert below.
We can also type in parentheses our interview question for everything that we have. Interview question.
Okay. You know what? Hold on. Let me bring this back here. And these are the instructions how to do it. So they will ask you in the interview, where do you set the run level, and this is going to be your answer. Default run level is set in. This should be your answer. Okay. All right. So these are the instructions. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Okay. So we all set here now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start some basic commands here. Okay. So 10, 19. Okay. So I'm going to introduce some commands which I already showed you in here officially. But the very first command, consider this as the very first command here. So the very first command I'd like to show you is pwd. Okay. What is the command pwd?
Present working directory.
Somebody said, what was it?
Present working directory.
Exactly. So in Linux, everything is based on the files and the folders here. So when you type pwd, it will tell you what is your present working directory. Okay? So I showed you the other day, when you have when you type the command and when you get the result is called output. I think I already mentioned that. Okay, and the next command I like is ls. So ls stands for list. ls is list. What it does is it gives you the list of the commands. I'm sorry, not the list of the commands, it gives you the list of the
Directory.
yeah, whatever is in the directory. Okay, it lists the content of the directory. So this is the output.
I mean, shouldn't we just check always like ls-lart so it shows all the hidden files as well, or the extensions?
Yeah, I'm coming to there. Yeah, I'm coming to that. So this is the output. It will give you the output of the directory here. But what else you could do is, every command, it may or may not have a switch here. So the basic, when you do ls, it will just give you the simple list of the directory here. But if you do ls-l, what it does is, it will give you the long list. -l means long list. So it's this information here, but it has a lot more information. You could see. Okay. So what will happen here is the output is okay, ls-l. Okay, and this is the example. Okay, and then next command is ls-a. So what will ls-a will do? ls-a, it will give you all the hidden directories. So what else you could do is ls-la. So it will give you the list. At the same time, it will show you any hidden directory. Anything which is starting with a period is a hidden directory. Okay? Hidden directory or files, I'm sorry. It will copy all the hidden, it will list the files which are hidden and the files which you could see with the regular command here.
So what is the hidden mean?
Oh yeah, there are some files, hidden files. There are some system files that could be hidden from a regular user. If you are a root user, you could see everything here, right? At the same time, a regular user could hide files in the plain side also, but if you do ls-a, it will show you hidden files. Hidden files are there just for you to, sometimes if you don't want to, files get accidentally deleted or something, if you want to hide something, you could hide it. But if there are other users who are using it, if you hide it and other users are trying to see ls-a, they won't be able to see. They could see only the files they have hidden themselves. But the root could see any file. Anybody who is hiding it, he could see it. Okay? Alright. So, the files here. So I'm going to make a note here. A directory is equal to folders, okay? What folder is
What was that here?
Very short.
Yes, sir. You said 2.5?
Oh, 0.7 for the very short.
0.7. Right?
Yep.
okay? Alright. So the next command we have is clear. What clear does is simply clears the screen.
LS has many switches. How can you see the switches I'm with the ls.
So what you could do is later on we will be learning more switches, and you could be using in a combination. But what you would do is I'll show you later here, because I want to get some basic commands here. And if you want to get the deeper switches, there is one more command called man that I will go over a little bit later. Okay? Because I want to cover the ones which we are using right now. And when you could practice it, then you could go deeper into those commands. Okay? I will cover this. Don't worry about that. So when you type clear, it will simply clear the screen. Okay? Okay, so if you want to know the history of your command, what you type is just simply type history. And it will give you all the commands here, which we are running. Okay? And how do you run the command? Say if you want to run who-r, and it's number 48, right? So you do exclamation and 48 and hit enter. It will run that command for you. Okay? This will be handy later on, but I will show you later on how all these things going to work.
Brother Zafar, sorry to bother you. I have a quick question. I might be asking little more stuff than at this time.
Yeah.
I have multiple files in my directory, starting with C, uppercase and lowercase, and I couldn't run some command that it can get the both uppercase and lowercase. For example, if I say ls cat C star, I don't know how to get both of them. It might be too not at this time, but I was struggling.
Actually, hold off. I'm going to show. I'm showing you. I know you kind of have some little bit more knowledge than what I'm showing now, but all those things are going to come together when I'm going to cover, the wildcards and all those, because those are going to use a combination of one or two commands to get the result. Okay.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much.
Okay, so the next command I'm going to cover is, let's see here. So the next command I will cover is directory. How are we going to make a directory? The simple command is mkdir.
Brother Zafar, I'm sorry I'm interrupting. On the previous history, if instead of 48, if you just type the number next to the command, because then 48 might confuse somebody if they don't have 148 command. So if you just put the number next to the command, that will be very easy for the person like me to understand.
Will that work?
Then number next to command, I think, if you put that also.
Is that good?
Yeah, just Jazakallah khair.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to clear the screen. My favorite is always to clear the screen here because the screen is so much. So, okay, so pay attention here. So the command will do ls-l. So these are the files here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a folder in here. So the command to create a folder is mkdir. So I mentioned up here like folder is nothing but a directory here. So I'm going to type mkdir, then space, and then name of a directory. So I'm going to name the directory Atlanta. Okay. And then if you are not getting error message, then the directory has been created successfully. Okay, so let's see. So how are you going to know if the directory is there? You could do ls. And then it's kind of colorful here. It will create the directory and put a color in there. Or if you type ls-l, you see the extra information here. And the directory, if you look at here, at the attributes, it starts with D. That means it's a directory here. Okay, so you type mkdir. Okay, so it creates a directory with a specified name here. So what else you could do is you could create I'll show you how to create multiple directories here. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm going to clear the screen. So if you want to create multiple directories, mkdir. So Atlanta is already there. So you're going to type Chicago and then New York. Okay, and if you hit enter, what it does is it creates two directories side by side. And you see New York and Chicago is created here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a mkdir Chicago and New York. Guys, in the Word document, it's auto-correcting, but you just make your own judgment when you're going through this document. That means it's some of the commands, you just have to realize that it may have auto-corrected itself. Okay, so it creates directory Chicago and New York. Okay, let me run the command again. Okay, by the way, if you use the up and down arrow keys, you could scroll through the commands we have used recently. Okay? Let me just put it here. Okay, I'm gonna. All right. So if I type this here, NKDI Chicago, New York again, what will happen is the file is already exist. Okay? This will give you this message. So you're not worried about that. So there is one more command called mkdir-p. What it's going to do is it will create a directory inside a directory. And at the same time, it will ignore if the directory is existing already. Okay? So if I type mkdir-p and I type Atlanta and then I type Alpharetta, then I type Sony. What will happen is this command -p is a switch. Okay, so what we'll do is it will see Atlanta is there, so it's not going to create that folder anymore. Then what will happen is it will see that command and then it will see the Alpharetta is not there and Sony is not there. It will create this two folder, ignoring this folder here. So when you hit enter, you didn't get an error message. So when you do ls-l, what happens is these two folders are inside the folder Atlanta. Okay? So before that, you may be a little bit confused at the moment here because you really have to do it on your own to know what is going on here. Okay, with Linux, the more you practice every day, the better you're going to get. Okay, just coming into the class and watching the video is not going to cut it. Please take out 2 hours every day and then practice on your own. And by the way, I want everybody to, there are a couple of people who have not joined last 2 classes are joining in here. So here's the self-study log. You click here and go ahead and put in your logs every week, okay? Thank you. Okay. So now, how do we verify the directory is there in Atlanta here? So that will bring us to a next command called change directory, okay? Okay, the command cd is, it will change the directory. So what will happen is if you type cd Atlanta, Okay, by the way, what you could do is you could type the name partially and push a tab key. It will autofill for you, okay?
Tab and arrow as well, right?
I'm not sure. Check it out and let me know right now.
Yes, I did.
It is autofilling?
Yes, it is.
Very good. Okay. And then you can hit enter. Which arrow key? Side arrow key or up down arrow key? It's not working for me.
It's not working for me either.
Yeah. So arrow doesn't work, I think. Arrow key, are you referring to the tab key? It has both side arrows, both directional arrows.
I believe it's worked at in a putty here, I believe.
I'm in putty right now. Okay, whatever. So this will autofill it. When you type CD Atlanta and hit enter, this will change the directory. Alright. Who could tell me how do I know which directory I'm in right now?
I can see the Atlanta inside of the square brackets.
No, I didn't ask that. Anybody else?
LS, you can type the LS.
No.
EWD.
Exactly. Very good. Okay, I don't care what you could guess here. I still want to confirm where am I at. You type PWD. Okay, it will tell you this is a present working directory right now. You are in /root/Atlanta. Okay. Let me clear this. Now, what I have is I could do ls here, right? And there is a directory called alpharetta. Okay. Let me go into cd, and then if I type a and then push the tab key, it will auto fill it for me. This will come, a tab key will come handy for you when there is like a long name. You have to type in like alpharetta. There is a chance of typing error, and you could push a couple letters and then push the tab key. It will do it for you. And then I do pwd and I do ls again, and there is another directory. Okay. All right. So now, what I'm going to talk to you about is, I'm going to talk about the path. I'm going to talk about path. Okay, this is not a command here, but just a concept. So, what is, right now, if you look at this directory here, so if I type pwd, this is a path. The path to directory Sony is this. /root/Atlanta/alpharetta/1. Okay? So this is a full path of the directory Swana. Okay? Any questions? And also, this is a directory for, this is also a directory called
I'm okay.
absolute path. Is there a command called path? No, there is no such thing. Okay. So, what is the absolute path? It's the full path of the directory. And there is one more concept called relative path, okay? Okay. So there is one more function of the cd command. When you type, no matter wherever you are in the directory structure, okay? When you type only cd and hit enter, what will happen is, this will bring you back to your home directory, okay? If you type only cd, you are changing the directory, but what will happen is, this will bring you back to your home directory. Any confusion? Alright, it's clear, right? If you type only cd, no matter where you are, it will throw you back into your home directory, okay? And there is one more related command. If you type cd hyphen, what will do is, it will throw you back into the previously working directory. And we are back in Sony again. Okay, so for example, let me go back. I'm in here. And then I'm going to change it to Atlanta. And then Alpharetta. I'm here, right? What will happen if I just type cd here? Can somebody tell me?
You go back to your root directory on your default directory or the login directory.
Exactly. Yeah. If I do pwd, I'm back to my default directory. If I do cd hyphen, cd space hyphen, then I'm going to be back to the previously working directory. And then let me go into Sony. And then pwd. What will happen if I type cd hyphen now? Which directory I'm going to go?
Alpharetta, I think.
Exactly. Very good. So you could see this will come handy because you will be going through a lot of directories back and forth and all this. And you could see you are already in 3-4 directories and it's getting complicated already. But if you are into like 5 or 6 directories, you don't want to know which directory I was in and all that. So this will come handy for you, okay? Okay, good. Alright guys, I'm gonna take a 2-minute break here, 2 or 3-minute break. I need it. coffee, so I'm gonna put it on pause, okay? You know, actually take a 5-minute break, and we'll be back here. Let me put a timer.
Thank you. I need to use for a break also. You can turn off the recording also if you want.
Yeah, I will. Okay, I'm back. Okay, can I continue?
Yes, please.
Okay, so these are some of the features for the commands here. So let's see. Okay. So the absolute path starts from the root. Okay, there is another concept called the relative path. So what does the relative path means? Relative path, it starts from the working directory. So let me go in here and clear the screen. So my present working directory is root, but I want to know the path for the directory Sony. Okay. So what is the path for the Sony from the present working directory? So the path for the Sony from a working directory is you do cd. So you do cd into, let me clear this. CD Atlanta, okay, Alpharetta, Sony. Okay, so I want to go to the folder Sony here. So what do I have to do? I have to do CD, then Atlanta, then Alpharetta, then Sony. So from the present directory, if I use this path to go into Sony, it's called a relative path. So present working directory is /root. Okay. And then if I change it to here, cd/this here, what I did is, so from the present working directory, I used cd/atlanta/alpharetta/1. What does it mean? This means that I use this as a relative path. This is a relative path. Okay. Now, what else I could do is, what is the absolute path here for Sony? So absolute path for Sony is starting from the root, /root. Okay? So let me go back to my home directory. And then this is where am I at. So if I want to go to Sony from where am I at, I did /Atlanta/Alpharetta Sony, right? But I don't have to do that. I could do this also. So I do cd, then I could type the absolute path also. And what will happen is it will throw me into the directory pwd. Okay, so this might be a little bit confusing. Anybody has any questions right now? Okay. Silence please, no questions. Okay, so
Negative part is the root part as well, or because the absolute part is the home part, right? You can say like that or something else.
absolute path is starting from the root, from the directory, from the root of the tree. Where did they go? Okay. Absolute path is you're starting from all the way from the bottom here and going up here, and then okay. So this one is from here you're going in this directory, from there you're going to this directory, and then from there you're going to this directory. So this is like a absolute path, means you are going there from the start of the directory. Okay, did you get it? This is what the absolute path is. This is what the absolute path is, starting from the root. Okay, and the relative path is wherever you are, you're going from there here. So let me go give you another example here. So okay, so let me go into the directory CD Atlanta, and I'm here PWD, right? So this is the place I'm now, right? Now I want to use a relative path to go into the directory Swanee. So what do I have to do? I just have to type cd slash and cd alpharetta Swanee. So I used the path. If I'm not typing all the way from the root, if I'm typing from wherever I'm at, I'm going from there, then it is called a relative path. Just, you know what, just remember what is absolute path. Absolute path is starting from the root. If you remember the absolute path, the other one is the relative path. Did you get it?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Okay. I hope that is clear here, but guys, absolutely, you should have a total control of the command here, okay? These are still basic, but you could sometimes get carried away, oh, this is easy. But no, absolutely practice this. And once you get a good command of this, then you will be good. Okay, so let me save this. So I'm on a PWD. So I'm here on a present working directory. So if I want to go up a directory, I want to go into Alpharetta, right? How do I go into Alpharetta? I'm in Swanee directory. So the simple way, if you just want to go up a directory, you have to type cd dot dot. If you type cd dot dot, it will take you back to Alpharetta directory. So what will happen is cd dot dot will take you back to Okay, cd dot dot will move you back up one directory. Okay, so let me go back to Sony again. I'm back in Sony. I want to do the same trick. I don't want to go to Alpharetta. From Sony, I want to go to Atlanta. So how do I do that? cd dot dot. Okay, when I type cd dot dot, where am I right now? I'm in Alpharetta. And I want to go to Atlanta again, I type slash dot dot again. And then if I hit enter, I'm in directory Atlanta. And if you want to go further more, you type another slash, another dot dot, then you will be thrown into the folder root. Okay? Alright. So let me clear this here. cd Okay. So we got covered the path, absolute path and relative path and all this. Okay. And there is one more thing called just the dot. Actually, present working directory, I forgot to mention here. Present working directory, it is represented with dot. Okay. So if I do ls, it's already doing in the present working directory. If I do ls dot here, it's going to do the same thing. Dot means present working directory, and two dots means previous one directory. Okay, represented with two dots, one dot represented with single dot. And you know what? I don't want to put this here. Okay, let me just delete this. Confusion here.
But Zafar, I'm just making an example. If you go inside the Atlanta, if I type a PWG dot and PWG dot dot, that's supposed to be different.
Hold on. Okay, let me clear this. I am in this directory. What do you want me to do?
If you just go to, for example, Atlanta, CD, Atlanta, and Atlanta,
Okay.
if you type PWG dot, one dot here, PWG dot, it shows you the trend, this directory. If I type PWG dot dot, does it, it doesn't show any difference, right? It's the same.
No, actually it's not seeing dot dot here, PWD, but if you do this ls dot dot, what it do is it will do the list of the previous directory. Oh no, I'm sorry.
I got it, thank you.
ls no, it may not be working here. So it should actually throw an error. But here's the concept here. You will know about, you're not going to be understanding this at this moment here, but by the time, give me another 2-3 weeks, then you will understand how we're going to be using this dot and dot dot.
That's fine, brother. That's fine.
Okay, so now it says like list the content of the directory, right? Now the second option is it lists the content of the directory using absolute and relative facts. Okay. So let's do this here. Let me go into CD Sony. You know what? I don't want to corrupt the next number of power, but hold on. Before I wrap up, we saw how we create a directory, right? Now I'm going to show you how to create a simple text file, okay? To create a text file, the command is called touch. Okay? So what you do is, you do touch, and then the name of the file. Okay? File 1. And if I hit enter, what happens is, a file is created. So how do you see what file is created? You type ls. Okay. Also, interesting if you do ls hyphen a, then you see dot and 2 dots. Dots and 2 dots are actually the folders. Those are actually the directories. Okay. Those are created by default. The system is creating those.
So can we say system creates with everything when you create a directory, it automatically is created?
Yeah, these two directories are created automatically no matter what. What it does is this will help the directory to navigate, go back and forth here. If I type cd dot dot, that means it's executing this information from this here and making it go back. And then when ls, you're actually doing the ls dot here, present variable directory, it makes it to come back into this directory.
Okay.
Okay, we will go into deep dive when we will be doing our file management. Okay. So at this point, I just have to. This is just a necessary event here. I just have to demo this without even. There is no other way.
Thank you.
I cannot put this back showing you at this moment, adding to the confusion. But you will understand it when you do it. When we do it here. So now, if I want to create a hidden file, you type touch asterisk file 2. And then if you hit enter, and if you do ls, the file is not showing, but the file 2 is already showing. So you have to type ls-a. Okay? And it's the same with the hidden directory. Touch with a period and the file 2, it will create a hidden file. Same thing with the make directory. Okay, so let's go back to our home directory and let's create a hidden directory, mkdir, then you type a period there. And then once you type a period, and then you give a name, SFO, San Francisco, and you hit enter. You do ls, it's not going to show up here. If you do ls-a, then it will show up here as a hidden directory, SFO. Guys, don't freak out here. There is a lot of things. I mean, there is no other way. There is no way I have to show this in like order. But it will get in order, 2 or 3 weeks from now. Okay. All right. Now, so for me to do ls, so let me do ls using absolute fab. I'm into pwd, and in the folder in the directory Sony we created some files, right? I want to see what's in the file directory Sony. So if I do ls-a, I do Atlanta, Alpharetta, Sony. And what path is this? This is a related path. And I hit enter. I get a listing of the files in the folder Sony. I'm not checking this in the PWD, present working directory. I'm checking this into the foreign directory, which is Sony. If I do ls-la, there you go. All the files I could see there. Same thing. I could do touch, and I'm creating a file name file3 into the directory name Swanee. Okay, so if I run this command ls as an AR, and you see the file is creating with the touch command, you're creating the file not in your directory into the foreign directory. Should I stop here before moving forward? I think it's too much for today. Yeah, I'll stop it here. Guys, please join on time tomorrow. And well, I started 10 minutes into it, so it's okay.
Jazakallah, brother. Thank you very much.
Okay. When
Thank you so much.
I'll put it in the chat. Everybody, please use the chat. The more you use it, the better it gets. All right.
Thank you, brother.